Hey my loves, so I am currently outside in my backyard at my house. It's a really nice day. I was actually filming a different video and I ran down to my mailbox to just go make sure I didn't have any packages coming in, and it feels so good out, and I love the fact that it's getting a little bit cooler. It's not a billion degrees every day, so I wanted to come outside and film a little Q&A because you guys seem to love them. I have my coffee. This is the cold brew high brew coffee, and I get this at Target, but I think it's just a Texas thing. I don't know. It's born in Austin, Texas, USA, and I've only ever seen it at this one Target, so it's really good though. I asked you guys on Instagram just over 10 minutes ago for questions, and there's already 100 comments, which is crazy to me. I love when you guys ask me questions. It makes me feel so connected to you, to be able to like say your username and talk to you like we're having an actual conversation. It's literally my favorite thing in the entire freaking world. And yeah, I really want to do a Snapchat Q&A next, but literally everyone I've seen do them so far has had a lot of trouble with them. Like everyone winds up having a lot of trouble getting the snaps to open and stuff, and I don't have much time today, so I just thought I would go ahead and make this an Instagram Q&A, but the next time I have time to like sit down and do a full-on Snapchat Q&A, I will. Kind of wanted to talk about periods in this Q&A because I've been personally struggling with mine for the last like maybe 6 months or so, and my cycle is finally back on track. So yes, very much so a girly topic to start off with, but I'm gonna go ahead and start off with it now. Monica asked, pads or tampons? Definitely pads for me personally, and some people think that's like gross or whatever, but for me tampons just don't work. Everyone has personal preferences, that's just mine. Someone else asked how to make your period not suck. Totally there with you. A lot of the times for me personally, this is my outfit of choice: long sleeve shirt and or cozy hoodie, leggings, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Give yourself a piece of chocolate, you deserve it, girl. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is an app that I recently discovered called Clue. Shannon Rose talked about this app and I was really intrigued and I really wanted to try it out for myself. It takes all of the guesswork out of your period, out of your cycle. It tells you when you're PMSing, it tells you when your next period is coming up. Like it kind of learns you, and essentially you just input data about yourself that you may already know, you may not already know. So like if you don't already know how many days prior to your period that you PMS, for me it's typically like 4 or 5. When you start up the app, you can put in there the next time that you start PMSing, so it can start gathering data about you and your body and let you know when all of these things start. It is genius. I don't know why this doesn't just automatically come installed on all iPhones. Well, I do know why, but it totally should. It is free for iOS, but it's also free for the Android marketplace. I know you can also get it on your Apple Watch. For me personally, I really love it because it will actually send you notifications of when you're about to start PMSing or when you're about to start your period and stuff like that. And it's just really helpful. Honestly, it has saved my butt so many times from like acting on emotional impulses. I'm very hormonal. I get very emotional, especially during my period. I will get so heated about something and then I'll realize, oh, I'm just like PMSing. I do struggle with ovarian cysts as well, so if I ever feel a pain, I'm still kind of new with them. I've been getting them for about a year, sporadically on and off, depending on my stress levels and the way that I eat and stuff like that. Sometimes when I feel like certain pains, it really helps to know my period is just coming up and it's probably just that, which I still monitor myself when I'm in pain, but it definitely helps not to overreact and like rush myself to the hospital. It's accurate and it's really easy to use. As you can see, I'm 4 days into my current cycle. My period started on the 10th. If you're trying to get pregnant, there is a fertile window, like an area where you are most likely to get pregnant, and then there's also an area up here at the top for PMS, and depending on how long you ovulate, how much you tend to PMS, and what sort of data it gathers about you, yours might look different. You also just have a very clear calendar like so to know the exact days that you start being fertile, the exact days that you start PMSing, the exact days you should start your period. It's so helpful. I'm going to link it down below. I absolutely 1,010% recommend it for anyone who gets a period because it is amazing. Bonus Jonas did not know this until just now. You can also input information about your birth control and it will remind you to take your pill or whatever birth control that you're on. So yeah, I really wanted to mention that and I thought that this would be a good time to talk about it. I'll link it down below. It is free to download and I totally recommend it. Underscore Saint for What asks, can you talk about comparing yourself to movie stars and the perfect body? Yes, I absolutely can. I think that that's a really great question, because you could legitimately be the most confident, most comfortable person in yourself and then see a beautiful actress in a movie and just think to yourself, or you know, a beautiful actor, like no matter what you look like, no matter who you are, you can see someone and feel like, oh my god, like they're so much better than me. I hate my body, I hate myself. That can be really, really, really hard. But what's even harder is kind of coming to a place where you can accept other people's beauty and still recognize your own. It's really important not to put other people down to make yourself feel better, because that's a really awful cycle, and I know because I've personally totally been there. You just have to come to a place where you can see someone that's beautiful and recognize that beauty and take it and be like, yeah, she's gorgeous, her body is great, their body is awesome, their face is awesome, but so is mine, because I'm just the freaking bomb too. And it's hard to get to that place, but I promise eventually you will get there. And it's important to get there and not stay in kind of like a purgatory of insecurity that you kind of inflict onto other people, whether you are talking to them or they're like a movie star that you're just putting down in your head, because that can be really damaging, not to that person clearly, because they'll probably never hear what you have to say, but to yourself. Bits of Brittany wants to know, if you were to be any Disney villain, who would it be? If I were to be any Disney villain, that's a really good question. Like obviously casting all morals aside and everything like that, I always thought Maleficent was pretty bomb. Like she was really powerful and she was not a woman to be messed with. Hunter_098, how many months or weeks at a time do you go without seeing Tyler? It really depends on the year, it depends on the time of year, it depends on the second, honestly. There have been times where I've had like minimal notice and he's been gone for 2 months, and then there's been times that I've been prepared for eons for him to be gone for a very specific month. So it really does depend. I feel like a lot of the times he's gone in the early spring for a month for a very specific training. There was one year where it was literally half and half. Like he was gone on trainings in specific intervals half of the year and then home half of the year. But for the last like year or so, he's been home for the majority of it. I think I've only spent like a month away from him. No, 2 months away from him in the last year. So it's been a pretty good one. Sarah LX Rents, I think it's supposed to be like Sarah Lawrence with the AX out, very cute, wants to know, best place to get affordable trendy clothes. I would definitely say Forever 21. This shirt is from Forever 21 and I love Forever 21 plus size clothing, and I love their regular clothing. This is from their straight size line, but it's quite stretchy and it's really comfortable. Like it fully covers my butt. So yeah, I really like Forever 21, and I also do like Charlotte Russe a lot. Carrie Beery wants to know, do you want a boy or a girl when you and Tyler get preggers? That's an interesting question. A lot of the times it's like, when are you going to get pregnant? And what are you going to name your babies? So I think this is kind of cute. I think I want a boy first, but I mean, I would be perfectly happy with either gender. My friend Lori wants to know, how do you handle the fleekiness all the time? And such a hard life. I wish I was fleek all the time. I would say like 5 days out of the week I'm in sweatpants editing videos with my hair up in a bun, but when I am fleek, I do feel myself. I do enjoy it. I do post a lot of selfies. Kelly_9913 left me so many questions. Kelly, you're so cute. Okay, first off, she wants to know, how do you feel about the PSL from Starbuckies? You are freaking adorable. Starbuckies is the most adorable thing. I used to call it Starbuckles, but I like Starbuckies. Of the PSL, I actually got some stuff recently to start making it at home because I've been drinking it a lot, and I know there's a lot of artificial like stuff in those. It's probably not very good for you, so I'm gonna start trying to make it at home, but I do really love the one from Starbucks. Ellie also wants to know, what is your favorite social media app? Instagram, and I think that's really obvious. I interact the most on Instagram. I post the most on Instagram. It's just my fave. Just.Mayro wants to know, what is one thing you would like to change about YouTube, if any, and how would you go about changing it? Love you. I love you. One thing I would like to change about YouTube, and I've been like vlogging a lot here recently, and I've noticed myself bringing up certain things that really irk me about YouTube, but lately the hate has been insane. Like I do not get nearly as much negativity across the board on any of my other social medias combined as I do on YouTube. I would say if there is one negative Instagram comment every couple of days, that's like even much. I never get any negativity on like my other social medias, and I think it's just one of those things where so many people are using it, and like my videos are being recommended to people. They find me for whatever reason, or people that have been subscribed to me decide that they don't like me anymore for whatever reason. Someone's having a bad day. I just feel like people are a lot quicker to type nasty crap on YouTube, and I think it's because there's no way to retaliate or no way to call anyone out. On YouTube you can legitimately be a faceless icon with no videos, with nothing to comment on and nothing to respond to. If that makes any sense. Like, you can even disable replies to nasty comments that you leave. Like, there is a way to do it. So I think that that would be what I would change, but it's really hard. I wish that YouTube had a better banning and filtering system, because when you ban someone, they can still come back onto your channel and comment, but no one else can see their comments. I still get notifications about side comments though. So even though like no one else can see it, I still get emails like of nasty crap that I can't exactly avoid, because I am checking my emails to stay up to date on comments from you guys. So that kind of sucks. And I just would say that I would get a better like banning and blocking system for YouTube. Megan Yunas 123, can you do meet and greets? Yes, I want to do more meet and greets. Absolutely. It's getting kind of difficult. The last couple that I've had that haven't been in like a particular establishment or with a brand have been really chaotic, because I think more people are showing up, and I feel like I really want to get one that's nice and structured, but I also don't like the line thing. Like, it freaks me out that anyone would wait in line. The last meetup I had was in, I think the last meetup I had anyways, was in LA, and basically we all met at the Grove, and it was really quiet. I didn't announce it anywhere but like my social media, because it was so last minute. So I would say under like 25 people came, and we literally sat on the grass and talked about body positivity and struggles we'd been through and other things like that. And it was probably one of the best experiences of my entire life, but at the same time it's hard to orchestrate that, especially because like I'm so grateful my subscriber count keeps going up. It's so nice to have so many of you here, but it's hard to get that kind of a feeling when there's a lot of people. So I'm trying to figure out how I could make something like that happen. I don't really know yet. I want to make sure the next time I do a meetup, I don't know, I don't want it to be like a line and you come say hi and we take a photo and that's it. Like, that's fine, I'm sure, for a lot of people, but I appreciate you guys so much. I don't want that to be like all you get from meeting me, you know? The_golden_x, I'm going through a really hard breakup right now, Loey. Any advice? I'm really sorry you're going through a hard breakup. My biggest advice would be to keep yourself busy. You may find that you're very creative when you're in a difficult place in your life, and I know that that can sound kind of harsh and maybe sort of bad, but for me personally, I'm always really creative when I'm in a bad place. Having to focus on a specific area of your life, of course, can make you very motivated at work or at school or whatever it is. Focus on positive things in your life that you can control and not the bad things you can't. My last question for today is from Caroline RT. Would you ever get plastic surgery? If so, which procedure? I don't think I would ever get plastic surgery. For me personally, it's not really something I'm interested in. The only one I would ever maybe consider would be a nose job, because I do have a bump on this side of my nose, and sometimes it really bothers me, and sometimes it's so awkward to contour, and I'm like, this is so noticeable. Like, I will take, you know, bad selfies or something and feel really crap about it. But for the most part, I don't know, I like the way I look, and that can sound pretty vain, I'm sure, but I just personally wouldn't change anything, because anything I do want to change, I can, like, temporarily. Does that make any sense? I hope you guys liked this Q&A. I hope you liked me being outside. It was really fun to not be indoors for once. Maybe I'll do more of these as long as the footage turns out good and you guys like it. So if you did enjoy today's Q&A, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.